Good afternoon, children. Welcome to the science class. So, in the last class, we learnt about the protein carbohydrate deficiency diseases. So, today we'll move on to the next topic, that is mineral deficiency diseases. So, as you can see in the picture, there are some of the minerals given. Okay, chromium, iron, magnesium, sodium, calcium, zinc. So these are some of the minerals that are essential to our body. Understood? So here these minerals are needed in very small quantities for proper growth and maintenance of the body, children. So in this class, you'll be studying some of the minerals, its sources and its functions. So the first mineral that you are going to study is the iron. Iron, children. Here, as you all know that iron, it is an essential mineral which is present in different food items, and this is essential to our body for the proper growth and maintenance. So first we'll learn about the sources of the iron, which are okay, the sources of iron in the plant foods. Now you can observe here the different food that we obtain from the plants: the broccoli, the grapes, okay, the vegetables, the green vegetables, the nuts, almonds. Understood? So the green leafy vegetables and other green vegetables, nuts and jaggery, these are the sources. Here you can observe some of the animal food also. The um, the fish, okay, octopus, and also the almonds, cashew nuts are also given here. Yes, the kidney, flax seeds. So all these are rich in iron, okay, and these are essential to our body, and these help in the proper growth and maintenance of our body. If suppose the iron which is present in the food, it helps in the formation of red blood cells in our body. As you all know that the hemoglobin is the red pigment present in the blood, children, and this which gives red color to our blood. So this pigment, that is the hemoglobin, the formation of hemoglobin, that is red blood cells, takes place if we intake the iron in our food, and this helps in okay, the hemoglobin count will be increased in our body. Understood? And the red blood cells, the formation of red blood cells increases. Here you can observe the red blood cells. So here, if this iron, if the child is not taking the iron regularly in his diet, what happens? He'll be suffering from the disease. What is that deficiency disease of iron? Is anemia. Anemia is a disease caused by the deficiency of iron in our body, children. Understood? So here, as the as it helps in the formation of red blood cells, here what happens in the first picture, you can see the red color, okay, the it has just changed into the pale yellow color, okay, as the person, the red blood cells, that is the hemoglobin count, is less in his body. Then the pale yellow color is and has changed into pale yellow color, and here you can observe the um, nails, children. The nails are also white, okay. So what happens here, you can observe that the nails, they become weak, and okay, and here they just, the color of the red color changes into the white color. Understood? Yes. So the iron, if these are some of the symptoms that we can observe. Here the person will become weak and pale, and easily will be tired very soon. And here you can observe the air loss also takes place, and retarded nervous system and dizziness. You'll be feeling very tired, sleepy, want to sleep. Understood? So these are some of the symptoms. Brittle nails. You can observe the brittle nails. Brittle means they just break very easily. Yes. So if the red blood cells, if the iron content is less, then what happens? These are all the symptoms we can observe in the person. Understood? So he will be suffering from the disease, that is anemia. So now we'll move on to the next mineral, that is the calcium, children. So calcium, as you all know that calcium is very important mineral and which is essential for the formation of the teeth and the bones. Understood? So they help in the development of the bones and teeth in our body. So the 94% of the calcium is used for the development of bones and teeth. Understood? And only the few percent is used in okay, for the contraction of the heart and for the muscles and the nerves. Okay, yes. So here we can observe that here, as it is very important for the development of bones and teeth, this calcium is very essential. So you have to drink, as your growing child, you have to drink at least 2 times a day. Milk you have to drink. Okay, so we just will know the sources of the calcium, in which food items we can observe the the calcium. Here you can observe that in the milk and its products, green leafy vegetables. Understood? So here also you can observe the oranges also. So these green leaf vegetables, fish, milk and milk products, they all contain almonds, they are rich in the calcium, and this is essential to build the healthy bones and teeth. And here you can observe has the, and also it helps in the blood clotting. And if for suppose if any cut has happened while cutting the apple, or then what happens, the blood oozes from the cut region. So after some few seconds it stops clotting because of the calcium present in our body. What happens? It helps in blood clotting. That means the blood stops flowing. Understood? And here if the child is not given the sufficient calcium in his diet, then he'll be suffering from the diseases, children. And what are the symptoms? Okay, so what we can observe here is the brittle bones. So the bones the bones will break very easily, they will not be so strong. And we can observe the stunted growth. Okay, the growth of the child doesn't takes place, it will be very short. Weak teeth we can observe, and the bones also will be very weak. And here you can observe the child will be suffering from the disease called rickets. And in the adults we can observe the osteoporosis. Understood? So here in adults you can observe in the picture the backbone. Okay, there will be a pain in the back, and here you can observe the person is suffering from the disease called osteoporosis. And here you can observe the child will be having the knee, the legs are not straight, they are curved. Okay, the knee will be curved because as he is not taking the proper calcium in his diet. And this, as is the it is curved, we call, okay, so this disease is called as rickets, children. Understood? So it is very essential to take up the calcium in our diet, so that it helps in the development of bones and teeth in our body. So now we'll move on to the next important mineral, that is the phosphorus. As you all know that along with the calcium, the phosphorus also is very important, as it also helps in the formation of the bone, in the development of bones and teeth in our body. This is also very essential, understood, for the proper development of our nerve cells, bones and teeth. So both calcium and phosphorus, they play an important role in the development of bones and teeth in our body. It is also essential for the digestion of carbohydrates and fats in our body, children. Yes. So now if the person, if the child is not taking the phosphorus, now we'll just see the foods that are rich in phosphorus. So the food that are rich in phosphorus, here you can observe the milk and its products, the cereals, the pulses, the fish and the meat. So these are some of the sources of food, children. Cereals, as you all know that, the rice, wheat, jowar, ragi, bajra. So these are all the cereals that we are taking daily in our diet. The pulses are the green gram and the dal. So these are the important sources which are rich in phosphorus. So they help in the growth of the bones and teeth. If there is if the child is not taking the phosphorus in his diet, what happens? He will be suffering from loss of weight, retarded growth, the growth will not be proper, weakness. Okay, so these are some of the deficiency symptoms we can observe. The weakening of the bones, weight loss will take place, and the nervous system will not works properly, the retarded nervous system. Okay, and what happens? The person, the child will, we can observe the curved bones. Okay, and he will be suffering from the disease called rickets. So here also we can observe the same, as the function is same. So they help in the proper functioning of muscles and the nerves, children. Understood? So now we'll move on to the next mineral, that is iodine. As you all know that iodine, it is a important mineral present. Okay, and this iodine, we'll just know the sources of the foods that are rich in iodine. The fruits, the vegetables, the seafood and the iodized salt. Here you can observe the fruits, the vegetables, bananas, fruits you can observe, the dried prunes, cranberries, okay, eggs, baked potatoes, cheese, fish, okay. Yes, the seafood, seaweed, you can observe the seaweed is nothing but the seafood. Iodized salt also is present. Yogurt, okay. So these are some of the food that are rich in iodine. Understood? And these help in the proper functioning of thyroid gland. Is proper functioning of the thyroid gland. So where it is present in the throat region, you can observe the thyroid gland. And this thyroid gland, okay, for the proper functioning of thyroid gland, iodine is very essential to take in our daily diet. If the person is not taking the iodine in his diet regularly, what happens? Then we can observe that the thyroid gland will enlarge. As the thyroid gland enlarges, what happens is retarded physical and mental growth. So he will be suffering from the disease called goiter. You can observe in the neck region the swelled portion is because due to the enlargement of thyroid gland. In the picture you can observe clearly the thyroid gland. As the iodine is not taken into our body, the person will be suffering from goiter, children. So the name of the disease is goiter. Okay, so a person with goiter shows the swelling in the neck region. So you can observe the swelling in the neck region. The mental growth, the physical and mental growth will be retarded, will be very slow. Okay, here you can also observe that it is not prevalent among the people of coastal areas, as they get iodine from the seafood they eat, children. But this deficiency of iodine is common in the mountainous regions, where the people are staying in the mountainous regions, where the soil and the water are poor in iodine. And when it is poor in iodine, what happens? Then the persons will be suffering from this disease called goiter. So if the person, if he comes to know, then what that he is suffering from this, he can control this iodine deficiency disease by using the iodized salt. Okay, so that it will be controlled. Understood? So here This is the deficiency disease of iodine is goiter. Understood? And here you can observe these are the food rich in iodine. So in this class we learnt about the mineral deficiency diseases, that is iron, calcium, phosphorus and iodine. So these are the four minerals you are going to learn, you have learnt in this class, children. So in the next class we will move on to the next topic. Okay, thank you children.